Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Politics on Channels Television. I'm Millicent Walker. On the news this hour, claims of militarization in Bayelsa State sparks political conversation as party leaders in the state trade blames. Community people in Nembe Basambari take to the streets in protest. The River State Governor, Nyesom Wike, is alleging plans to kidnap the INEC resident electoral commissioner in the state, but the APC says it is not true, describing it as a mere false alarm. With just 2 days to the governorship election to hold on Saturday, after a series of complaints and challenges from last exercise, is INEC ready? We'll find out. Welcome everyone to the program. Now, the drums of alleged violence has been sounding across some states, especially in the Niger Delta region of the country. In Akwa Ibom State, supporters of the All Progressives Congress in that state were last night attacked by armed men believed to be political thugs, according to eyewitness. Now, the attack took place at about 8 p.m. during a meeting of hundreds of party agents at the state campaign ground in Uyo, the state capital. We hear the thugs allegedly stormed the area in a flash, shooting sporadically, leaving some injured in the process. Although there was no death recorded, an unidentified number of supporters sustained gunshot injuries and are currently receiving treatment at various hospitals. The APC youth leader in the state, Stephen Nchwekpo, says the attack was targeted at scaring the party's supporters from participating in Saturday's governorship and House of Assembly elections. Visuals there of that incident, but also in the south-south. Indigents of the ancient town of Nembe Basambiri in Bayelsa State, they have staged a peaceful protest against insinuations in the media that the February 23rd presidential elections in the community was marred with violence and that over 2,000 members of the People's Democratic Party fled Nembe Basambari on the eve of the presidential elections. Well, the protesters, who described the reports as false, say they are also appealing to the Bayelsa state government to provide a level playing ground for all aspirants in the upcoming State House of Assembly elections on the 9th of March, saying they would not be intimidated to voting for any particular candidate as they are committed to voting for their choice. The Bayelsa State Governor, Sireka Dixon, has insisted that the state is militarized ahead of Saturday's election and has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to call the Nigerian military to order so as to avoid a repeat of an alleged military invasion that was witnessed during the presidential polls. Now, the state, he says, won't have a governorship election, but on Saturday, March the 9th, elect lawmakers into the State House of Assembly.
The President of the Federal Republic, one of the greatest beneficiaries of our nation's democracy, to realize this and call his men to order and order the security forces of our country, especially the military, of which he is the commander-in-chief, to do what is right. To undermine our democracy so brazenly, using the military to kill and to maim our own people, to terrorize our people, such that in Bayelsa, the sight of an average soldier is becoming nauseating. Soldiers in Bayelsa are now seen, and maybe across the country, where this has happened, will be seen as soldiers of occupation, as an army of occupation. They should call them to their life, to their security responsibilities, and not succumb to Timmy Prince Silva's desire to take over Bayelsa by terrorist means and by force.
In the meantime, the former governor of Bayelsa State and the leader of the All Progressives Congress in the state, Mr. Timmy Prince Silva, has been reacting to the allegations of militarization and that is ahead of Saturday's poll and State House of Assembly election. Now, Mr. Silva also speaks about the chances of the All Progressives Congress in the state.
He's got the police. He's got Duakbo, which he unleashes on us anytime he likes. Well, we know that everything was wrong with it, but, well, we are saying, since the result has been announced, we will seek redress in court. In Yenagua, they did the same thing. They chased our people away, and then, of course, wrote results. We haven't made any hula baloo about it, because we know that we still have our day in court. But I don't really understand Governor Dixon, why he is taking this whole matter as if it's a personal matter between myself and himself. I mean, why he's going around, there's a protest every day in Bayelsa that we won in one local government particularly, and okay, in some local governments. Or wherever we won, oh, there's problem in those places. In fact, the results should be cancelled. Bayelsa is more APC than it is PDP. The last election in 2015, everybody in Bayelsa knows that APC won, the APC won. But we contested that election against the INEC of that time. The INEC of that time was a structure set up by the outgone president to deliver him in 2015. And you know, that was when they allocated 5,000 votes to the president. Now, without changing anybody, the same structure conducted my election. What did you expect?
Mr. Silva there speaking in an exclusive interview with Channels Television. Elsewhere in Rivers State, the governor, Nyesom Wike, is alleging plans by the main opposition party, APC, in connivance with some security agencies to kidnap the resident electoral commissioner in the state. It says to force INEC to postpone the elections. The governor, who made this allegation in a town hall meeting of Rivers West Senatorial District in Ahoda, also said that intelligence reports available to him reveals plans to use armed thugs to disrupt the distribution of electoral materials for the election.
What they have planned with some security agencies is to send people who will be wearing military uniform and kidnap the resident electoral commissioner. And so that INEC will be forced to postpone the election. This is the latest strategy they have now. And so I have to let the world know that those people are not kidnappers, but they are security men organized by security agencies who are working with All Progressive Congress to see that this election does not take place in Rivers State.
In the meantime, a former spokesperson of the APC in the state, Mr. Chris Finebone, has said it would come as a surprise if the governor is lacking in false alarms at this time, which, according to him, comes before every major election. Well, it's just a few days to the governorship and State House of Assembly elections, and the People's Democratic Party is leaving no one in doubt about their intention to challenge the outcome of the presidential election. Now, the party, led by the national chairman, Mr. Uche Sekondo, staged a protest at INEC's headquarters in Abuja, claiming that it is a move to reclaim, according to them, the mandate given to them by the people. Our correspondent, Kayla Migwa, has more.
Party members convened at the Legacy House in Abuja and, led by the party chairman, made their way on foot to the INEC headquarters. It's been an interesting few weeks for the People's Democratic Party since the elections of the 23rd of February. And since then, the party officials have minced no words in communicating their disappointment with the results returned by INEC, stating categorically that those results will be challenged in court. This protest, however, has another element to it. The party wants the military to stay away from the polls, which are to hold on the 9th of March, as they allege that the military was used to rig the elections on the 23rd of February. After a short wait, party officials are met by officials of INEC, and the chairman of the party states their demands.
Sir, we have come to register our protest, the involvement of the military in the exercise of election by INEC. We have also come to register all parts of the country from the north to the south, the rigging and the manipulations that took place. We have the right to do so, and we are challenging your declaration in the court, so we don't have any problem with that. But moving forward, is that what you are going to do on the 9th? The presidential candidate of PDP, myself as the national chairman and members of my working committee are being intimidated every day by EFCC. Is that how politics is being played?
After accepting the petition by the party, INEC addresses the party officials.
INEC has received your complaints. We're going to look at it critically. Where we have to change, we will change. But where it belongs to others, we will come together and work together. And I believe that on Saturday, the elections are going to go on very, very well.
This is Channels Television's breaking news.
You're watching Channels Television, and news just in says that a federal high court sitting in Jalingo, that's the capital of Taraba State, has disqualified the APC governorship candidate in the state, Mr. Sani Danladi, over improper declaration of aid. So it's the latest there coming from Jalingo, the Taraba State capital, where a federal high court has disqualified the APC governorship candidate in the state, Mr. Sani Danladi, over improper declaration of aid. We'll bring you more on that story subsequently. The Director General of the Buhari Presidential Campaign Organization, Mr. Rotimi Amaechi, is calling on the People's Democratic Party to join the party in building a nation that all Nigerians should be part of. Mr. Amaechi was speaking at a news conference held at the All Progressives Congress campaign office in Abuja recently. He also speaks about the alleged killing of soldiers in a Bonima community in Rivers State. Our correspondent Linda Akibe has more.
This is the first time the Buhari Presidential Campaign Organization is speaking to journalists after the February 23rd presidential and National Assembly elections, which saw incumbent President Buhari return as president. The Director General of the Presidential Campaign is appreciative of the votes by Nigerians and assures that with the presidential election over, government will focus on the economy and security in the country. Amidst moves by the runner-up in the presidential election, Mr. Atiku Abubakar, to challenge the election result, Mr. Amaechi makes this appeal.
Look, we are grateful to Nigerians, we are grateful even to PDP. Let's not fight over this issue in court. Let's work together as friends, and 4 years' time, we'll come back to another election and encourage INEC to ensure that the election is free and fair and credible. And that's what the president is emphasizing.
Several Nigerians were killed during the presidential and National Assembly elections in Rivers, Kogi, Oyo, Bayelsa and Delta states, a tragedy Mr. Amaechi condemns. He also disassociates himself from the violence in Rivers State.
The first violence was at Abonima. A lieutenant was standing, protecting INEC staff. INEC staff hired killers, not even from Abonima. Came all the way from some part of the country. I won't mention them because one of them is in my area. And opened fire on military men. Opened fire on who? Military men. And killed one. Please, what do you expect? Where is that person who has a question? So what you expect is that they will fold their hands and then you kill all the soldiers there? So when they responded in self-defense, hey, they've killed, they are demonstrating, don't bring soldiers. Why don't you want soldiers in an area that is predominantly dominated by militants? The next, after election, 2 days or 3 days after election, they go back to that same place, kill 3 soldiers, and cut away their guns. And the gentleman is asking me if I'm remorseful. I'm neither a military man, nor am I from Abonima. Nor did I leave my house to go to Abonima to vote that day, or the previous day. So how am I involved?
Mr. Mechi assures that President Buhari, who is returning for a second term, would run an all-inclusive government devoted to improving the lives of Nigerians. Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.
Well, still to come on Lunchtime Politics, election activities are in top gear. We speak to INEC's representative who is in our Abuja studios for more on that. And also we'll bring you some of the stories making the rounds in politics. Please join us again.